Hey folks, it's Tom Moore with Remax Nova here in Halifax, coming to you with another video today on living in Halifax. Today we're going to be going over the Armdale neighborhood and covering kind of what the housing is like, the vibe, amenities, all that good stuff. So stay tuned, we'll get right to it. All right, so up first, let's talk about the vibe of Armdale. So Armdale is really a mixture of a lot of things. It's a family community, but as you can see, it's primarily located just outside of the Halifax Peninsula through the Halifax Rotary, and it's located along the Northwest Arm. So it's a wide spanning region, and on the very end of it, the farthest area away from Halifax, you're going to almost find these fishing villages like Purcell's Cove and whatnot. So you're going to get a mixture of houses and neighborhood setups that are much more residential as you're closer in, and this will give you, kids on the street playing vibe. But at the same time, when you get out into kind of the outskirts of the neighborhood, the far sides, it's much more almost fishing village. So you're really going to get a bit of a span of what you're going to find throughout the neighborhood, depending on where you are. All right, so housing in Armdale, it varies greatly. Obviously, because it's situated along the ocean, you're going to get some absolutely massive and very pricey oceanfront homes. However, there are certain little pockets of residential areas that you may be able to find something a little bit more affordable. And again, there's going to be differences. So you're going to have small homes, large homes, standalone homes, attached homes. You're going to be hard pressed to find multifamily, but they are possible in terms of maybe a duplex or even a triplex. But generally, because you're situated along the water and certain parts of the Armdale neighborhood are really only about a 10-15 minute drive downtown, the property prices may be a little bit higher than what you might find in a place like Spryfield, which is located right next door. So overall, you're going to find a mix of multi-million-dollar waterfront mansions and somewhere kind of in between in the mid-range price ranges. Now folks, if you are enjoying this content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, maybe leave a comment if you've got an experience of living in Armdale, or obviously you can speak to what Armdale has become over the last decade or so. Anyways, let's hop back to it. So in terms of amenities, the Armdale is filled with outdoor amenities. Right now, I'm at the Sir Sanford Fleming Park, or the Dingle Park as it's commonly known locally. But you've also got a beautiful walking trail that runs in front of all these seaside mansions. You've also got a lot of other kind of outdoor parks like Frog Pond, and just you're always by the ocean. Now you've got a few yacht squadrons where you can dock your boat if that's kind of more your pace. And you are going to have to go to Spryfield, which is a quick 2-minute drive to get your groceries done, but you've got that right there. And then if you want to go into Halifax, the Halifax Shopping Center, which is filled with big box stores, is about a 5-minute drive depending on where you are in the neighborhood. So really, you may not have those big box shopping utilities in Armdale itself, but you've got some of the best outdoor amenities. And then if you do need to get access to more of those stores and whatnot, you're within about a 5-minute drive in either direction. So when it comes to transportation or getting basically into Halifax, there's really only kind of two options. You've got Purcell's Cove Road, which is a main road that will run through the entire Armdale neighborhood. And there are bus lines that run along there as well. But realistically, if you want to have, the best experience when living in Armdale, you're probably going to want a car. There's a lot to see. The neighborhood is incredibly spread out. And then when you do have to go get those amenities, get that shopping done, whatever it may be, you're going to want a car to be able to do that. So you can take the bus or you can take a car. And either way, you're going to have to go through Armdale, the Armdale Rotary, which is a bit of a choke point. But again, if you're going from, depending on where you are in the neighborhood, from Armdale, it's going to take you probably 10 minutes, maybe 15 to get to downtown Halifax. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed this video on the Armdale neighborhood in Halifax. As you can see right behind me, right where those cranes are, that's actually Point Pleasant Park. So although we are across this body of water, we're still very close to the Halifax Peninsula. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe. We'll check in with you next week. Again, we're always coming out with content every single week on living in Halifax. So have a great week.